So if you look at this price action of Bitcoin here in a weekly time frame, combining with this Wyckoff distribution phase, a big warning sign is being flashed. What I mean by that, if we look at this price structure, right now the area where we are finding ourselves is this phase E, and according to this Wyckoff, in phase E, if you look at this definition, phase E depicts the unfolding of the downtrend. The stock leaves the trading range and supply is in control. Once trading range support is broken on a major sign of weakness, which we had here, you can see this major support line got broken, the sign of weakness. This breakdown is often tested with a rally that fails at or near support line. This also represents a high probability opportunity to sell short. Subsequent rallies during this markdown are usually feeble. Traders who have taken the short position can trail their stop as price declines. After a significant downward, climatic action may signal the beginning of a redistribution, trading range, or a accumulation phase. So we know, guys, if you look at this here in a bigger time frame, so far it is playing out very accurately. So we have to be extremely careful, because the area where we are right now is this phase E, and usually in phase E the price of Bitcoin after some consolidation start with this corrective movement. So that was one big reason why I showed you or talked about this Stan Weinstein accumulation phase or from this Wyckoff's accumulation phase, because we know doesn't matter comparing both of this scenario, we need a proper accumulation phase before starting with this new markup phase. So that is one reason why we have to be extremely careful, because in a week time frame the price of Bitcoin still hasn't showed this actual accumulation phase type of scenario. So this is also a big warning sign. And beside this example, we are also aware here in a weekly time frame the price of Bitcoin is flashing a big warning sign. Why? Because we know in the past price action, whenever here in a weekly time frame we have seen this crossover here in Stochastic RSI, bearish crossover, the orange line crossing above this blue line, what has happened after that? After that, the price of Bitcoin has started this clear move here to the downward direction. I mean, whenever we have seen this bearish crossover here in Stochastic RSI, you can see after that the price of Bitcoin showed this corrective movement before showing any sort of a impulsive movement. Here a very similar scenario unfolded. Price of Bitcoin after this bearish crossover started with this corrective movement and showed some relief rally, but this relief rally ended when we had this bearish crossover here in Stochastic RSI. And now in our case, this is a very similar scenario. I mean, this Stochastic RSI is a bearish Stochastic RSI, and this is also giving us a big warning sign, because in the past price action we have seen each and every crossover here in Stochastic RSI has led to a bigger price retracement. That's why, guys, that's why I want you to be very careful, and please do not over leverage yourself, because beside this in a weekly time frame, if you look at this in a daily time frame, even in a daily time frame, this ascending broadening wedge and ascending right angle broadening wedge is playing out perfectly. So right now the area where we are finding support is the lower line area or lower line support from this ascending broadening wedge. You can see this example here, but we are aware beside this ascending broadening wedge, we can also look this exact scenario as ascending right angle broadening wedge. And according to this ascending right angle broadening wedge, if it fails to show this impulsive movement towards 22,000, break the resistance around that area, then this could be starting another breakdown here towards this 19,000, and breaking the 19,000 support could be triggering a big warning sign and also a trend continuation here in this manner. And now beside this example, if you also look at this price action of Bitcoin in a daily time frame, you can see a bearish scenario which is known as dead cat bounce is unfolding right now. If you monitor the price movement, you can see very clearly after the price of Bitcoin showing this weakness, exactly after reaching out this point 2 area, we had this bounce which is known as dead cat bounce. But this dead cat bounce ended its impulsive movement after showing 50% retracement, and this is a big warning sign getting rejection on this 50% retracement, because it will indicate a sign of weakness and also a potential continuation here towards this downward area. And now this is exactly what is also happening here in price action of Bitcoin. So what I want you guys to understand, please be careful around this 19,000 area, because if we start breaking below this 19,000 area, then you will see that this point 2, the previous support area, is going to get broken and price is going to start with this another corrective movement here in this manner. So that is one reason. Another reason, guys, the price of Bitcoin also in a daily time frame is actually flashing a big warning sign. And beside this, guys, yesterday we even talked about this rising channel or so-called bear flag, and we found out each and every time the price of Bitcoin has failed to find support at this lower line area from this ascending channel or bear flag, what has happened after that? The price of Bitcoin has started with this corrective movement. Here, a very similar scenario unfolded. Price failed to find support at the lower line area, and as soon as we left the support, we started with this corrective movement. And this is something what we have to take into consideration, because the price right now is also following or forming this ascending channel where the lower line is acting as a support. But we know if this lower line support is going to get broken, then price could be starting with this corrective movement here in this manner. So you can see different scenarios, different time frame, all are pointing us a big warning sign. Even if we are going to see any sort of a impulsive movement for the medium short term towards 22,000, please do not let this fool you. And now, if you also monitor the price movement of Bitcoin in a smaller time frame, another very interesting scenario is unfolding. Let me show you that here. Now, before I switch into other chart, just to make you aware, we have up to $8,550 bonus available for our community member in the description down below. As you can see, Bybit is giving around $4,450 bonus after initial deposit, and Phemex around $4,100 bonus. So if you are an experienced trader, if you want to take advantage of this market volatility, then the link is provided in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Now let's switch the chart. So guys, now if we look at this price action here in a hourly time frame and simply add this formation which is known as symmetrical triangle. According to this symmetrical triangle, it could be bullish, it could be bearish, it's both way. But for a bullish breakout, we need this upper line which has acted as a resistance to be broken. Yes guys, this upper line resistance must be broken at any cost if the price of Bitcoin wants to show this impulsiveness here in this manner. So for now, our eyes are definitely going to be around this upper line area from the symmetrical triangle. So if this symmetrical triangle upper line area around 20,500 is going to get broken and flip into support, then expect this trend continuation to happen around 22,000 area. But if you fail, right, if you fail to break above this upper line area and show another retracement towards this lower line area, then that could indicate a big warning sign, because we know if we fail this support here, then the price of Bitcoin will be breaking this key line of support, and that is going to trigger another bigger sell-off in price action of Bitcoin. So these are some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, please destroy that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.